Okay, I'll record this and see how it goes.
Wait, how do I... What bought inducements?
Yeah, so you select from
I
there
understand.
the bonuses you want, so it gives you a short description. There is a time limit though, Steph, so...
Time limit?
My advice would be
Where's
to
the time limit?
click on
Oh, yeah.
get a mercenary, probably another linesman, because you'll probably have less men than me at the moment.
Okay, yeah. I don't really know what this is.
So press star players and mercenaries, and then select the
I can't
tab.
afford this one.
Can you not buy even the basic ones? There's a list where you can select
I don't
different
know.
people.
Oh, yeah, I can see the listener. Lineman. Nope.
Okay, well in that case, let's just go to fair play or foul play and select a bonus from that. Those are generally pretty decent. So this is so that no matter how much better one of the teams is, they actually start fairly even in the match. Because the weaker team always gets bonus
Wait, so go
cash.
to fair play.
Yeah.
So what should I use? Wandering Apothecary? Wizard?
I
don't even know what
if you
this
can
is.
afford them, then yes, they're quite good. Or you can get cheaper ones. It's your choice. You've got 38 seconds left. I'm sorry it rushes you, but I don't have the option to pause it. As I said, it's a bit of a clunky...
I don't think I can afford anything.
You can definitely afford like extra assistant coaches.
I can't. Everything's
like
100,000.
Even like click on potions. I think you can get like a strength potion or something for less than 100,000.
Unavailable.
It's okay. It's not actually that big a difference in value. It just means I have basically one more player than you, I guess. But I won't necessarily be allowed
I found
on
something.
pitch.
I don't know what it is.
You might be a bit late.
Just too late, I think. That was so annoying. I was like, finally something! I don't even know what it was. Some sort of Bloodwiser thing. I don't know.
Bloodwiser babes, as it were.
Yeah, something like
I think
that.
they're supposed to get your men to revive from being knocked out faster.
Interesting. That was a really good one to have.
So it's like American football stuff?
Right, yep.
In the sense that...
Which I've never really watched except when you played.
The aim is to get the ball to the end of the other end of the pitch. Like rugby. Imagine it's rugby, basically.
Right.
So on your turn, Steph, you can like try and knock over the enemy players. You can pick up the ball, you can throw it, and you can run with it. Each player can make one action, basically, right? But if you fail an action, then it switches to the other person's turn. So you do the easiest actions first, ones where you have the advantage. Like when you choose to fight someone, it shows you a different number of dice, or die, as it were.
Okay.
And the more dice you have, the better your chances of being successful.
Right.
Should be interesting. Oh wow, you've got like some huge beast. I'm a bit intimidated now. I don't have any giant beasts. So...
I have no idea what that is. Choose team role. What does that mean? Kicker. I have no idea what that is.
Oh, it's who goes first. You've chosen to kick the ball first.
Okay. I need to organise my players before kicking off.
It's quite a dramatic pitch. Right?
I don't...
So now you can move you can change your player setup how you want to lay them out. There's a list of available generic options, or you can move the individual players by clicking on them and then left clicking them again, where you want to put them.
Nah. Okay. I might just leave them where they are then.
You can choose from the list or other options if you want to test other formations. So at the top there'll be like an option to choose.
Option to choose. Oh yeah. Strong line.
I don't think I can see what you choose, so you know you can keep it secret stuff. Or maybe I can see.
I have no idea. Probably not.
I think we both have all our players on the pitch because neither of us could afford a whole team.
Oh well, I think that'll do.
Okay.
Accept.
Then I get to set up mine, I think.
I don't even know which ones are my play. You're the red and black and I'm the blue. Right.
Yeah. I'm the Dark Elves, you're the humans.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, you have 1 minute 40 seconds. I'm ready. Toxic sugar. There's a amusing choice. You alright, Steph?
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, sorry, my eyes were hurting for some reason.
Oh dear. Well, you know, if you want to stop.
I think I just meant I got something in. No, not at all. I just didn't take off my makeup properly earlier, and it just got my eyes.
It's a pretty weak excuse for abandoning your game of Blood Bowl, getting something in your eye, but you know.
Well, I'm just, if I lose, then it's clearly because of that. I mean, I just can't see.
I think you're kicking off, so you choose where to kick the ball. Now, bear in mind, you need to kick it into the opposing half. So if it fails to get there, I get to just give it to one of my players. Okay.
Right.
So if you move your arrow thing, you can select exactly where you want to kick it, but it won't necessarily go exactly there. Depends how good your guys are kicking and your luck. Your troll looks pretty terrifying, has to be said. Or your yeti.
I just chose one of everything.
It's gigantic. He's a big man, which means he's there to basically help you win. So you got an event which is Blitz, which lets you attack right away. So each turn you get one free turn where you can both move and challenge a player, as it were, right? Steph?
Okay.
So if you click on a player who's not already next to someone, you can already click on him and then right click on an opposing player and he'll run over and tackle him, as it were. But I think you can also attack the players right in front of you if you want to.
On one of mine.
Yes. You want to choose one where you have the advantage.
And then
you can abandon it by left clicking off.
How do I know if I've got the advantage?
Well, when you hover over them, it'll show you different dice. Like I told you.
So left click?
So you left click on your guy, I think you right click on the opposing player, but if I'm wrong, then you can choose the other option.
And then where does it tell me what my chances are?
By how many dice there are, Steph.
How many dice there are?
There's normally only one if they're equally strong. But if you have a strength advantage, you'll have more dice. Or if you have more players.
I can't see any dice.
So if you click... So, who have you clicked on? I see the player who you're blitzing with, right? With the lightning bolt over him. And then, for example, if you select the guy one square in front of him and to the left on your screen.
Yep, that's the one I've chosen.
Then you click on him again.
Right click again.
You might only have one die though, it depends on what the skills of lineman Returidia is.
I don't have any die.
Okay, so...
Anyway.
Okay, there you go. So you had one die, but I think you got a good roll anyway, even though you only had one. So that's okay. So you get to choose which roll to take, but you only got one die, so you can only pick that one.
Choose both dice. Okay.
So it should have knocked me down, I guess. You can choose where to knock me down.
I have no idea.
It doesn't really matter that much.
It has to be one of the blue squares, right?
It has to be one of the squares which are indicated, yeah. The game's quite clear on what happens and where things go, normally.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's good. It's a very good start. Now you can probably attack with all your players who are next to one of my players. So maybe your troll could beat up the assassin in the middle. I don't know. But you should be able to. You could probably move your other guys if you want to. It's quite a good roll to get the fast defense, which you just got. So you can move some other guys now, Steph. If you want to.
Right, okay.
Or get them to challenge people who are already next to them.
What do the numbers mean?
What do the numbers mean? The ones which are counting down?
5, like when it says 5 or 6 feet. Or 4 feet.
Where does it say 5 or 6 feet?
So if I hover over squares far away, it kind of says 3 feet, and then if I move closer, it goes to 2.
I think that's just how far you can move, Steph.
Okay, well, I'll just try that then.
This is quite an amusing way of learning the game, but yeah. Probably more difficult than you prefer. So when you finish,
Oh,
you
well.
can probably move all your guys, Steph. I notice no one's moving still.
Well, I've selected things for them to do.
Yeah, no,
I
you
need
have to
double-click,
you
didn't
have
I?
to actually tell each one to do the thing. You can only do one at a time each move.
Yeah, no, as in I didn't double-click.
I think you just try to run
Oh,
right
well.
past someone.
Yeah, I did.
And he got tackled because you get a chance to try and intercept them when they try and dodge past you. So I'm just going to pick up the ball. So I'm just moving my guys, and as you can see, I'm trying to get some guys around where I now have the ball. You see the person with the light pillar coming off them? They're the one with the ball.
Yeah.
Cool. I think it's your turn now. So generally, it's best to only try and dodge or do a one-die block if you have to, because obviously you risk giving the advantage to the other team, right? There's a degree of tactics involved in how you play this. So you have werewolves, do you?
It looks like it.
It's pretty cool.
So what does that mean if my my thing has a red thing around it?
That means you definitely shouldn't try and tackle, because it means that I have the advantage, as it were.
Okay.
So red die means like you're massively outnumbered, or the person you're attacking is a lot stronger than you. But what you can do to increase your odds is to move players who are free to move to support you, and if you have enough, then you can beat the person who would get more die. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you're looking to take someone who you aren't able to at the moment, the first step you should do, Steph, is get people to stand up who've fallen over, because that doesn't come at any risk.
Oh, how do I do that?
So you click on them, then you right click on them.
Oh, okay.
Then you move the people who are, if you choose a place you want to attack, then you can maneuver someone to help you win that fight. And then you just sort of try and get a chain reaction of winning, as it were. Your main aim is to try and obstruct the ball carrier, basically. Either get someone near or next to them to prevent them from being able to just run towards at the end.
Okay.
And then your aim is to try and just tackle them to get the ball off them, because if you knock them over, they'll drop the ball.
That's interesting. What's that?
So you try to dodge out, and you dodge successfully the first time, but because the assassin has shadowing, he can attempt to follow players as they run, and so he gets to keep trying to challenge you as long as he manages to keep up. And so he managed to knock you out. You can tell if you press move, Steph, you see like the green circles you normally get. That's like a safe move. But if there's a red one in that means you have to do a dodge to get to that square.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool.
So how do you intercept mid-play, or does it do automatically for you?
It does it automatically if they move through a square, which you can. So if you move through a square where your player is right next to, then you get the chance to intercept them. It's not going that badly for you, Steph. I think it's going okay.
Yeah, I'm figuring it out as I go.
Obviously, I'm starting with a massive advantage of knowing how to play, so I would hope that I'd be able to win this game. You know,
beginner's luck and all.
Could happen, yeah.
Could.
Well, you only got 16 turns if you look on the top right, as it were, in the whole game. Unless it goes to extra time.
Oh, yeah.
So it is draws are not unheard of, obviously. Because if you just manage to drag it out, I wouldn't be able to score. Like if you drag this out for 8 turns, then I wouldn't get a try, and then the ball would revert back to the middle at half time.
I'm very confused. Sorry, I missed that. I was doing stuff.
I was just saying at turn 8 it's half time. So if you manage to drag it out to turn 8 without me scoring, then you end up getting the ball.
Oh, okay.
Because I got to start with the ball because you chose to kick first. Which means that you start with the ball in the second half. It doesn't make much difference which you choose, because obviously whichever way around you end up getting the ball. Yeah, that looks good, Steph. You should have the edge there. So your team's stronger than mine, so you should try and knock out my players and push my players back where you can. I mean, Dark Elves are a bit tougher than normal Elves, but they're not like substantially. So what's going on, Steph? You having a problem?
I'm trying to figure out. This is yellow. When I do it, I have to dodge something. Anyway.
You don't have to rush that player. You can try a different option. I saw you moved a player to support your Norse werewolf against the guy on the right, or your left. You can probably take him out because you should have 2 block die, right? And also your troll in the middle should have many block die on the middle guy. So you should always aim for the most die moves first. Is that a good thing? Yeah, you should always go for the one where you have the most dice first. Okay. And because he has frenzy.
It doesn't matter which dice I use.
Not in this case.
Okay.
Because you're pushing him back. Because you have frenzy, you'll get another chance to knock him out again. Okay, that was sort of a mixed result for you there, Steph.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what that was going to
do. Now you know. Yeah.
Okay. Now I know. Because the other one was Defender Stumbles. I didn't know what that would do.
It just knocks them over if they don't have dodge, and pushes them back, like I just did.
Oh, okay. I'd have done that then. Anyway.
Oh well, you learn from your mistakes.
Good to know. Yep, that's the best way to learn a game, I think. I'm very impatient.
We can always have a rematch as soon as you've worked out exactly how to play.
Yep. You're getting close.
Yeah. My guy's very unprotected. Normally, you'd have a chance of taking him out, to be fair. Or her out, in this case. The Witch Elf. Okay. So you have a chance of stopping this, I reckon. You managed to injure one of my players, which is good. Knock them out of the game. When you did the both down. So
really?
That's pretty good. Yeah.
That was kind of what I was hoping for.
So yeah, that's why it was mixed, I think, if you see what I mean. If you just knocked us both down, it wouldn't have been that good, but because you took out my player, it was worth it. If you see what I mean. What's your strategy then, Steph?
I
think you can do it.
I have no idea. I don't know. You
should just, devise strategies from fresh. Oh, not quite. Did you move just outside the normal circle of moves? So if you move outside their maximum distance, they're able to go a few more squares. But every time you go, there's a 50% chance they'll get knocked out.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what I thought the die roll thing. I wasn't sure what the dice on the floor meant, really.
I see. Okay, that's what they mean. You could just ask Steph if you want to know. I can tell you these things. I know I'm your opponent, but I'm not that competitive. I'm not gonna lie to you about what the things mean.
True.
So I got one.
Yep.
Now I'll kick the ball to you, and then I guess you have 4 turns to try and get your score back, as it were. So it's a trickier turn when the opponent starts with the ball, like you had here, where I started with the ball, right?
Mhm.
But if you manage to score a try doing that, that normally gives you a good chance of winning. If you think about it like tennis, you know, if you win on the opponent's serve, it's worth a lot more than winning on your serve. Does that make sense?
It's winning. Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Because it's more important to break them, as it were, than it is to. Well, it's still important to win your own serve, but you should be able to do it.
Mm. It's a Yeti, by the way. I was trying to figure it out. Just realised it comes up on the bottom. It's a disturbing presence.
Those are all its special abilities. If you hover over them, it tells you what they do.
Yes, it does. You have loads of assassins. I decided to go for lots of linemen.
Linemen are pretty good. I mean, they're decent, and they're not too expensive. So your objective here, Steph, is to just try and smash a hole through the line and make a run for the end zone before the end of the 16 turns.
Right, okay.
Here we go. I got blitz as well. So how am I going to play this?
Oh, I see. That's what it means. So if you have 2 dice, then you come up with 2 options. 2 actual
exactly.
dice.
So you roll 2 dice, and then you get a choice about which option you want to get, and that's why it's more advantageous.
So having 1 die isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No, but it means that if you roll a bad roll, Steph, on 1 die, you have to accept that 1 roll.
Yeah.
And one of the options is you just knock yourself out.
Oh.
If you see what I mean.
Realise that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if someone has the block ability, that means that if you have both down, the person with block doesn't get knocked down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So those are basically your strong defensive players. If you click on opposing players, you can see how far they can move as well, just so you know.
Okay.
I think my players are probably maybe 1 square quicker, but no, they look about the same actually. Everyone's about the same. So yeah, we're quite equally matched teams actually. There's not a huge disparity. You're a bit stronger, but I guess I'm a bit more agile. So yeah, it's always a good idea to try and pick up the ball, because then otherwise if you'd failed, I could have just run the guy in your zone to go and grab that ball. So yeah, that's good. It's good to have someone support and then someone else pick it up. That's good as well, because it gives you increased chance to pick it up, and if it fails, it means you have 2 players nearby. I see you have throwers as well, so you can play the throwing game if you want to.
Okay, give me a second.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm on a timer, so if I don't move, we'll lose. Well, I'm already losing anyway. Game's back.
Cool.
Oh, you can pause the game, of course. Yes, that makes sense.
But there's a timer on that as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what's this about? I can actually throw as well, or is that...
Yeah, so it's an option with the guy who has the ball. If you don't make another action, then he can throw. But you probably don't want to at the moment.
How do I do that?
Well, you click on him, and then it should give you the option to throw the ball if you hover over one of your own players. But obviously you'd have to throw it quite far, and most of your players aren't in a great position at the moment.
Yeah, I can't throw it anywhere, really.
So now you just want to knock over some of my players so you can find a place you can just run your players through. Or get someone into the end zone. I like the way I'm indicating what I mean on my screen, even though you can't see it.
Yeah.
It's okay, you're learning the hard way.
Yes, I can tell.
But you're only 1-0 down, Steph. It's going fine, to be honest. I mean, computer can do a lot worse than this. And, you know, it's not like I'm going easy on you.
Oh, no, you're being very helpful. Ish.
That looks good, Steph, for you. Your Yeti getting in there.
What does that mean?
So you can choose the.
I don't know what these are.
Defender down means
Defender
that I would
down.
get knocked out. And yeah, both down
Sounds
means
good.
you both get knocked out. So yeah, that's the one you want. You got some horrific aura around that troll beast. It's going well for you. Another one down. Every time you knock someone down, you get to roll a chance of injuring
I have no
them.
idea what that is.
Like there, you knock that player out temporarily.
Oh yeah, so I did.
And earlier you fractured that other guy's skull. So you're gradually wearing away at my team, basically. So that's the way, one of the ways your team can win. You can just wear away at my team until I only have a few players to defend with, and then it's a lot easier for you to score.
Oops. Oh well.
That's a good role for you still, because you're block stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay.
So you knocked out everyone in the middle. That's pretty good. It's a classic Reds versus Blues game.
It's a classic what?
Red team versus blue team. You're running out of time for whatever decision you're currently making.
I thought I've done everyone.
Okay, then you press end turn normally, or you can wait for the timer to run out, I guess.
Oh. I can wait for the timer to run out.
Unorthodox strategy. You're just trying to drag it out.
Yeah, I guess. So I have this very strange feeling that I'm going to lose this one.
Really, Steph? You're doing okay. You knocked out a lot of my players. Just
Yeah, I guess it was okay. Sorry for taking so long.
it's fine. Just take your time. If you knock out enough players, you should be able to win just by attrition. Because I will just run out of men ultimately. I'm a lot less likely to knock out your players as well, because your ones are a lot tougher.
Right, okay, it's my turn.
Yeah. So you seem to have the advantage over me at the moment.
I can't. Yeah. My camera's not moving. Why is it doing this now? Here we go. Okay.
What's your strategy then, Steph?
Watch and see. I don't know what that is.
So you want to choose Defender Stumbles, probably.
Okay, what's the difference between that and pushed?
Push just moves me backwards, Stumbles knocks me over. Like so.
Ah, I see.
like how you ponder your moves at length.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Obviously you're thinking about it, which is good.
I think I'm thinking about it anyway. I don't actually think I wanted to do those two moves, but well, it's done now.
At least you're rolling quite luckily so far.
Yeah.
I think you have slightly better odds attacking on a 1 die, but you know, still like 1 in 3 chance of things going wrong or something like that for most trolls. And you are consistently knocking all my guys down, which is pretty good.
Sorry.
You're knocking a big hole here, Steph. You should be able to get through this. Oh, the giant ogre makes his move. He's Vion Frosthammer, apparently. Vion Frosthammer.
What does that mean?
Just his name.
Oh. There's a name. Where's my person with the ball? Oh, okay. Nah, I'll go for it. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, that went well.
That was lucky.
Time limit
the last
exceeded. Wow. You don't see that every
I
day.
assume it doesn't do penalties, right? Really?
It doesn't, apart from the fact that it means you get less moves, don't you?
Oh, okay. What happened?
I knocked one of your players off the pitch.
How come it got beaten up?
Because that's what happens if you get knocked off the pitch. The fans get to beat you up.
How funny.
It is Blood Bowl.
It is indeed.
Well, that went okay for me, I guess. Because you see, I got some pressure on your ball carrier now, making it a bit harder for him to throw it. I don't think I injured your player, though. Even knocking him off the pitch.
No, but I can't see him.
It's your turn, by the way, Steph.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking.
Okay.
And for some reason, I'm stuck on the thrower.
If you press escape, you can switch to activate manual camera. If you haven't got manual camera.
No, I'm trying to switch. Trying to switch people. Oops.
So you just left click on the person you want to switch to?
Oh, okay. Okay, because the ball was following.
It's right click for the ball. It's looking good for you, Steph. You seem to have a lot more players on the pitch than me, even though I only think I had 2 knocked out. It's bizarre. I guess it's because a lot of them on the ground, unconscious. So you got yourself 1 Norse werewolf, a thrower, and your troll, I take it. I guess you don't get runners as the Norse. Oh, you're throwing the ball.
I don't understand, why isn't he doing anything?
Because I get to choose
He's
who
not doing
tries
anything.
to catch it.
Ah. I was like, do something.
Wow, apparently you failed to throw it and I failed to intercept it.
Well, that was rubbish. I didn't get to do anything that time.
It goes back on the pitch, so... well, you failed the throw, so if you fail an action...
fair enough. I should have left that for last then, probably.
Probably. It was quite risky.
Well, I guess.
Oh dear, I'm a bit short on men again. At least I can stand some guys back up.
Well, you managed to get one more up.
Getting them to get up off their backsides as well. Oh, you see? So I rolled
Stab
two...
skill activated.
I rolled two attacker down, so I had to accept that my guy got knocked out. And he got injured as well, pretty bad.
Oh well.
You're attritioning my team away, attritioning it away.
Yep. Slowly, slowly.
Well, I have 3 players who are down now at the moment. Out for the count. 2 are out permanently for this match. And probably out for a while afterwards.
Ah, what? It didn't come up with a red spot.
Well, that was unlucky, Steph.
Oh well. Silly mistake.
Somehow you gave me the ball. I'm not entirely sure how. You might have failed.
It's because I was going for the ball.
You might have failed to pick it up. If you fumble, pick it
over.
up. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see.
No, I didn't fumble. You tackled me.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and then you fell on the spot where the ball was, which moved it on to me, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh well. At least I have a chance then, despite my rapidly falling
I think I was better.
numbers.
I think I worked a bit better in that match.
Yeah. The game's not over, Steph. Is it?
Yeah, no. No, the game's not over, but that match was, or whatever you call it.
Round, I think. Match is the whole thing.
Okay.
Or is the half over now? The half might be over. Yeah, I think I'm 1 man down on you now.
What were you before?
Well, I started the game 1 man up.
Oh. Oh, did you lose that person?
I've lost 2 people
did
for
you
the whole
lose
game.
those 2 permanently?
Yeah. An enraged fan has hurled a large rock at one of my players, apparently. Great.
So what does that mean?
One of my guys about to get knocked out.
Each coach rolls a dice and adds their fame. Right.
Apparently you're more
I have
famous.
no idea what that means.
Oh wow, your troll picked up the ball.
Did you get knocked out?
That's amazing. Yeah, one of my players was knocked out.
Okay.
Here comes the troll. That's gonna be pretty unstoppable. Oh dear.
Actually, I'm not sure I wanted to do that.
Yeah, it might not be ideal, but I'm sure you can work something out. Yeah, when the big guys get the ball, it is quite funny. Right, your muscly men just beating up my pansy and elves.
Well, you know. Should have chosen a better team.
Oh, we are winning, Steph. Give us a break.
That's true, you are winning.
Just because we're tiny.
Well, you had a huge advantage over me, as you pointed out earlier.
Yeah, actually knowing the rules of the game is quite a substantial advantage. But you know, you are Norse, you probably just thought it was a brawl.
Yeah, probably.
That's the way you're playing it anyway.
Is that not how you're supposed to play it?
Yeah, for your team it does work quite well. The Norse aren't as strong as...
What happens if I step on you?
So you have a chance of injuring me, but you also have a chance of being sent off by the referee. So it's a judgment call, basically.
Probably not wise.
Alright.
What happened there?
He's a wild animal, so sometimes he doesn't do what you say.
Oh,
it's one of the things in his list of attributes. There's a 50% chance of him not doing anything, which isn't ideal when he's carrying the ball. But
that isn't ideal, is
he also is terrible at throwing stuff, because he only has agility 1. Well, you are hammering my team, absolutely hammering them.
Down is better than stumbles, right?
Yeah, down's the best roll you can get. Stumble's the second best roll you can get, generally.
Interesting.
But it depends on the attributes then, because if you have block and they have dodge, then both down is better than stumbles.
Let's go for this. Why not surround the thing if he's not going to move?
Yeah, so in Blood Bowl that's called a cage. So you build a cage around your players, your ball carrier, to defend him. Then you try and force a breakthrough. Job. It should work quite well. I don't think I can penetrate it. And he's a troll, so... The only problem is it will make it harder to move. But I'm sure you have a plan. So Steph, also there's 2 kinds of cages.
Yeah!
There's a close cage like you're doing here, and there's a loose cage. Or a tight cage, I guess. But the loose cage is like more for preventing players running in close to the ball carrier. Whereas the tight cage is more like direct protection.
I'm very confused.
So it depends on the situation whether you want to have the players blocking up close or blocking far away. It's half time.
I'm confused. I only just found the end of turn button, you know. I didn't know where it was all this time.
Oh dear. We're on our hell pitch. I would guess
escape.
that I'm playing at home. I don't think I can skip it either. It's amusing to have this blizzard slowly falling on this flaming Blood Bowl pitch.
Yeah. Quite amusing. Waiting for the opponent.
Yeah, I'm just setting up my team.
Wait, do I have to start that all over again?
Yep, because it's half time, like I told you. At half time it reverts. Reverts back.
Oh, that's so annoying. I was doing so well that round.
You were doing quite well, yeah. But you'll probably do as well here. Whenever... Because I still have to kick the ball to you. So you'll have the advantage. Okay. It's basically like your serve, Steph, as we described in the tennis analogy. So you're basically on your serve.
My serve.
Because you'll be attacking and I'll be defending. Which means you have the initiative.
I'll do that then.
It's quite tricky for you to win now though, because after you score, then I'll get to attack again. And I already have 2 goal advantage, as it were.
2 points, yeah. What did that thing say, by the way?
I didn't read it. It's probably just the generic one.
Okay. What does Frenzy do?
So Frenzy means that if you knock a player back and don't knock them out, you get to roll again to try and knock them out again. Does that make sense? So basically it means you're really aggressive. When you knock a player back, you attack them again. And you can't control it. So it can be good because it means you can chase after players to knock them down, but it can be bad because you can knock a player back and put yourself in a disadvantageous position. It's like if you knock a player back into a crowd of his own players, then you'll be outnumbered on the next die roll.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's quite entertaining, the game, even if it's not been perfectly executed.
It's a good game. That's not what I was after.
The element of humour is quite amusing in the game as well, like the commentary. It does get a bit repetitive after you get to know it. You obviously have the sound off then, Steph, if you don't know what I'm talking about.
No commentary. Oh, it's because for some reason it's coming through my speakers, so I've just muted it.
Yeah, okay.
My computer's been acting a bit strangely recently.
It's just temperamental. You can change the settings. My sound was coming through my speakers and it was using the mic on my laptop initially. This is better, Steph, because the person who has the ball now has more agility and doesn't have wild animals, so you have a better chance of scoring, really.
Okay.
And of course, I just can't contest your player's strength at all. My guy's just getting hammered.
Do I want to re-roll? What does that cost me? Nah, I'll just say yes.
You said yes. Well, it depends on if your roll was good or bad, Steph, whether you want to re-roll. Didn't know you had a re-roll.
I don't know, it just said that I had 3.
You actually literally killed one of my players?
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, it just said it was going to make you stumble.
Yeah, but it's a chance of killing. That's fine, Steph, that's the idea of the game. It means I've lost that player permanently.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll have to buy a new player next time.
Permanently? You have to actually buy a new one?
Yeah. Same way the injured players will suffer like damage to the attributes permanently. Well, depending on what they got. I think Fractured Skull means that he won't be available for the next game. And I think Badly Hurt just means that he's out for this game, but will be back next time. So playing your team is like brutally ravaging my squad.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. That's the point, Steph. So like in tournament games of Blood Bowl...
I'm quite enjoying it, but I feel like I should offer some sort of sympathy.
In tournament games of Blood Bowl, for example, like the big bruiser teams generally get better as it goes on because the more lightweight teams gradually lose their players. So even though the stronger teams might lose the first few games, they generally win because they have more at the end. And also level up faster. You level up faster if you knock out players.
Nah, go for it.
So you get experience for scoring tries and for knocking out players. So at the moment, we probably have about the same experience. You might have slightly more because you've taken out 3 and I've only scored 2 tries.
Mm.
Yeah, it looks like it's going well for you. I think you'll be able to score a try this in this half. Whether you'll be able to score 3 tries, I think is a lot less likely. But I guess we'll see.
Mm.
It's your turn, by the way, Steph.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking. Sorry, am I taking too long?
No, I was just checking because I can't see anything happening when you're like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, sorry.
I just want to make sure you don't waste all your time and reach time out again.
That's true. Actually, maybe I'll go... no. Oh well, let's try this.
You have some cunning strategy. Honestly,
I was like, I'm sure that's going to happen again.
That is...
Should have known.
You do make some strange decisions, it has to be said.
Well, you know, I like to be unpredictable.
Yeah, well, you are very unpredictable. No, there's no denying that.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Do you mind if I just go and make dinner, and I'll be back in like 5 minutes?
Well, yeah, but won't it be the end of my turn in that much time? Okay, okay.
Do you mind?
Well, I can't pause, Steph, for more than 30 seconds.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Should,
I'll be back before then.
okay, should be a serious complication in the plan.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you making dinner, Graham?
Sorry?
Are you making dinner?
But we don't have to walk them up yet.
Oh, that's okay. That'd be great. Thank you. That makes there we go. That's good. I'm not disturbing you now. William's beating me. Oops.
Oh. Well, it's your turn, Steph, if you're around. Or should I pause?
Hello, I'm back.
Okay, cool. It's your turn. So, it's all good.
Oh, you failed at something.
I failed to pick up the ball. Classic error. Classic error.
I didn't. That was quite an error, I have to say.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in my elves. They're supposed to be good at picking things up. You think it was fundamental to the game, as it were?
Yeah,
at least I got the ball off you guys. On the bright side. Further away from you.
I'm not sure which one I'd like.
Depends what you want to do, Steph.
Nah, I'll go for that.
Oh, I won that time. How amusing.
How come? I don't understand.
Well, we both got knocked out, but you're the one who got injured this time. Whereas last time we both got knocked out, I was the one who got injured.
Oh yeah, I forgot. If you get knocked out, you lose the turn.
Yeah, that's generally a good reason not to go with that.
Okay. I'll remember that for next time.
Good for reference, yeah.
It's quite important.
As a guideline. A guideline. Well, this is a bit risky. Oh yeah, we're getting our own back now. We're getting our own back.
Oh, you killed one of mine?
Yeah, good old witch elves. You can rely on the women on the team to do the job.
Whenever you want to cook. Sorry?
I said at least you can rely on the women on the team to actually kill the opposing side.
Yeah, so far the only people who are doing any work on your team seem to be the women.
Yeah, that's the way I like it.
You know. Ha! Slave driver.
Cool. Okay, I guess it's your turn, Steph.
Seems good.
Yeah, I only have. I like the way that we only actually managed between us to have one cheerleader. It's quite amusing. My team's being being cheered on by one person. It's a bit pathetic. That's why they're not doing so well. That's why I can't pick up the ball. That's what I'm going with.
Who's got the ball?
I do. The assassin. At the back.
Oh, yeah.
Back right of your screen.
Yeah, I can see. Does that mean you only need to go like 2 steps to win?
Well, next turn I can run to the end zone if you don't stop me.
Interesting.
It's always risky to lose the
I don't
ball
think
in
I
your own
can stop
half.
you, can I?
You can, but it'll require like some luck and some good positioning. Because remember, if you're next to the ball carrier, or if you stand between him and the line, he has to dodge past you. So there's 2 ways you can do it here. You can either try and knock the players out around him and try and take him out, or you can try and form some sort of blockade between him and the end zone, essentially. Wow. Player dead on both sides. It's like the ultimate game of Blood Bowl.
Fans must be loving it.
Yeah, it's basically what they look for in a game. Okay. You're doing your best. Doing your best.
That's as far as I can go, really.
Yeah. The problem is that you only block in the squares directly next to you, Steph.
No.
So at the moment my guy can just run down the far left on my screen, the far right on your screen. If you see what I mean.
Yeah.
So you might want to risk just going for it to actually have a chance of blocking. It's better to have a chance of blocking, because at the moment it won't make a difference if you're standing there. Do you see what I mean? Unless you can get someone next
I
to
might
them.
lose this one.
Okay, Steph.
Yep. See.
Would it be more sensible to go with the other one earlier? Because you only had to
Yeah, no,
go
but
for it
that
one
one
square,
wouldn't-
whereas that guy had to go for it 2 squares.
No, but it wouldn't let me go at all.
I know, it's because
When I
you moved the
selected
other
him,
guy
he couldn't
afterwards,
move.
that's what I meant. But yeah.
Yeah.
If you move one, then you can't move the other one again. If you see what I mean. You can only move once.
Okay.
But yeah. It's okay, you're learning.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, time for you to try and get a try, Steph, in the last 3 turns. You should just go for it.
Yeah, let's try. 3 turns.
That's how many are left before the end of the game. Looks aggressive. Okay, because I didn't manage to keep the ball into your half, Steph, it means that you'll be able to choose which one of your players gets the ball. And it starts in their hands.
Right.
Which is good for your chances.
How do I do that?
Good for your chances of scoring. We have to wait till it's your turn. I got the blitz thing.
Oh, okay.
You can do this, Steph. I believe in you. It's probably too late to win though. 4 tries is a lot to do in 3 turns. I think the fastest you can score is generally 2 turns. Though I think it is possible to score in 1 turn. If you have some amazingly fast players.
I selected a player, didn't I?
You selected the guy at the front, yeah. If that's the guy you chose.
No, I didn't. I selected the other guy and
Okay.
give it to him.
Maybe you didn't. You took a bit too long, possibly. So you need to knock those
No,
guys
I
back.
was clicking about 4 times.
Did you right click or left click?
Left click.
I think you might need to right click, Steph.
Was it right click?
But don't worry about it. This is fine. Because your troll could knock over the guy directly in front of him. And then you can blitz with the guy on the left, who isn't near anyone, to try and take out the guy next to the ball carrier. Does that make sense?
How do I blitz?
So this is when you click on the guy, and then you right click on the guy who's further away from him.
No.
So you want to go for defender stumbles, Steph, in this case.
No, I was trying to figure out what you meant earlier.
Okay, so there's a guy on
The blitz.
tiny bit to the left of your ball carrier. If you click on him, blitz is when you do that move and attack.
I click on the guy to the left of the ball carrier.
Yeah. And then you
Your left or my left?
You right click on the guy who's next to your guy. So you left click on your guy
Okay.
to the left of the guy who has the ball, immediate left. And you right click on the dark elf linesman who's next to the guy with the ball.
Yeah.
And then you right click on him again and you should be able to blitz. That's the blitz when they have the lightning symbol.
Okay, I didn't know you could do that.
So in this case you want to go for stumble, I think. Even Because even though you have block,
Yeah.
it's better to move him backwards. And knock him over. Okay, now you're faced with a tricky decision, Steph. You can either run straight for the end zone with your guy with the ball, or you can try and build a cage slightly further forwards if you have any players who can move closer. I don't think you do. So what you need to
Where's
do now,
the end
Steph,
zone? Do I need?
what you need to do now is run your ball carrier, not to outside his. Yeah, just move him as far down as you can without rolling for his ability to fall over. If you know what I mean. The limits of his move distance, but not to where you have to roll the dice.
What about the person who had the blitz just now? Should I do?
How far can you move? You can move him down you can move him down and to the right, I suggest, or your left. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then move the ball carrier down behind him. I would suggest. Okay, now what you want to do, Steph, on your other flank, where no one's involved, right? You want to move your front guy so he's next to both the assassin and the linesman.
One on the flank.
But without having to dodge in, if you know what I mean. If you have to manually guide him, then do it square by square.
I don't think I have to dodge.
That's not the way. You can do this though. That's not what I was suggesting. But okay, so knock out that guy in front of you with the linesman next to the troll. Yeah? It's good?
Yep.
Okay. Now select your... Now you can run... There should be someone who hasn't moved, I think, in that area. You can now run closer to your ball carrier. You're running out of time. So there's another guy near the guy you just knocked out who can move his full distance. Then move him closer to your ball carrier. And then you can throw whatever blocks you like at the end.
That was not what I wanted to do.
Oh, Steph. It's okay. Because you did most of the important moves, so it's okay to make... to go for.
I had two more that I could move.
You did, but most of them were out of range.
Annoying bit.
They probably wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, maybe.
But what you'd wanted to do is mark the witch elves, who I'll try and block with now.
How do you mark?
So
as in move people to them.
Yeah, so move people next to them like you did on the like I was suggesting on the other side. Though it's not particularly easy to take them on though. They're quite well positioned, these guys. Okay. So you've got 2 turns left to make
end of match imminent.
Yeah, saying this quite close to the end. So I'd stand up whatever players you can stand up first. Okay. Now knock out the linesman in the middle with your troll.
You're breaking up.
So Steph, can you hear me?
Yep.
Knock out the linesman in the middle with your troll. If you can. Pushing him back will do, if you push him to the right, yeah, or your left. There you go. Frenzy comes in handy again. Okay. Now use one of the guys with 2 block die to knock the linesman on the right, just a bit to the right of the centre, backwards one.
What?
So select one of the linesmen in this. You see how you have a linesman and a runner next to the linesman of mine, where you have 3 guys close together. You want to knock the one who's surrounded by the 3 guys back, or knock him out with one of the 2 central ones.
I want to knock out one of the.
So you need to knock the linesman back so you can blitz with the other one to go and help your ball carrier.
Okay.
Essentially. Does that make sense? So yeah, push him back.
Yeah.
And now the guy who's free, who isn't next to an opposing player, you should be able to move him closer. Either next to the witch elf next to your ball carrier or next to the other one, I would suggest. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. Now with your ball carrier, this is a bit risky, but you need to knock out the witch elf in front of you. Bear in mind that if you knock her back, you don't want to press to follow her. You want to stay free. Okay?
Okay.
So now block the witch elf next to your ball carrier with the ball carrier. And you want to go with both down. Because you have block and she
Both
doesn't.
down?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And then I guess you probably want to end turn or throw any 1 block die you have. If you want.
1 block die.
If you want.
What, a 1 block die?
But it's probably safer not to, because you want to just keep marking the guys on the flanks so they can't come help. You could move your guy who's standing at the back though forwards, because I mean he's just been watching the whole game.
Yeah, I was just about
so
to do that. Useless.
Probably just run straight down the centre while you're pushing through.
Oh, that wasn't what I was going
Or
to
help
do.
your guy on that side. Yeah, you can do that. I'm just thinking on the more grand strategy terms, but yeah, tactical. Is fine.
Clearly I'm not.
Yeah, you can beat up those guys. You have the advantage now. 1-man advantage. And then the other guy can probably knock out the linesman. Making quick work of all my guys again.
With pleasure.
So this is pretty good. You've got a pretty good chance to make it, because my guys are either knocked out or have a lot of opposing players on them.
Okay.
So yeah, I think you'll score here probably, unless you're unlucky on your next rolls.
With lots of help.
Some help, yeah. But, you know, not loads of help. You know, you still did a lot of things. You still did a lot of things your way, didn't you?
I guess I did, yeah. I'm not very good at following instructions.
Well, it's not going particularly well for me chasing after a guy either, actually. Tricky. Right. Dear. Okay.
Oh gosh, that wasn't very good.
That was a bit unlucky, but you know, that's Blood Bowl.
Yeah, you got 2 bad ones.
Does happen. So now you need to knock the witch elf with the guy who doesn't have the ball. So she doesn't get knocked out because she has dodge, in case you're wondering. Now run the ball carrier to within 1 square of the end zone. You can't quite make it. Move to your right and towards the end zone. So you want to move away from my players.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. Just going slowly.
Good. So now try and knock out the other witch elf with one of your other 2 guys. And then move the other one next to the other witch elf, so that she can
The
charge.
other witch elf.
So the one who hasn't been knocked over, Steph. You don't want her to just run round your guys and attack the ball carrier. So you want to stand your person next to her, so she has to dodge out to attack. Does that make sense? So if you stand next to her, she has to do a dodge to escape. You want to move someone who you haven't moved in the middle, Steph. One of the three people there's 3 people there. One of them hasn't moved. I think. Right?
Well, yeah.
You want to move one of them just next to the witch elf without having to do any dodging. This is the most important move because you're just trying to protect your ball carrier so you can score. You can plan your knocking out of other people afterwards. Do the safe moves first.
It's just hard to hover over the...
Safe moves first.
Yep.
Good. Okay, now you can knock out
as close as
whatever other people around there are. But you probably shouldn't fight where you have less people on the right. Just keep those people marking so I have to dodge out to go after anyone. And then you can take out the people on your left. And the one next to the troll, obviously.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't very...
You'll get another chance. If you're frenzy.
Oh, yeah.
You've done alright, Steph, for your first game, I'd say.
I'm quite pleased. It was fun.
We can always have a rematch once you've learnt how to play.
Yes. What was that noise?
It's just Grace on Facebook.
Okay.
Okay. So once you finish
I think there's not really
moves.
anything I can do.
Yeah. So I'm in a fairly tricky situation. So I have to attack where my guys are relatively strong, I guess.
Mm.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, couldn't get to you.
I didn't expect that to work.
Yeah, it worked.
As in, I expected you to get past.
So there you go. I had to do quite a few dodges, but it wasn't really... My other guy wouldn't be able to make it to you. So she would have had to dodge them. So I think you scored here, Steph. You just need to step over the line. So sometimes you'd wait on the line and just beat people up, but in this case it's too risky.
Did that give you experience or something?
Yeah, he got experience and you got a try. Are you not happy, Steph? Well, a touchdown.
Oh no, I was genuinely asking if the reason why you'd want to beat people up before putting your touchdown.
Oh, it's so that you knock out more of the opposing team, Steph, while they're unable to score.
Seems like a waste of energy, really.
Well, it'll win you later in the game if there was more game left. Like if you're a strong team and you go first, you just carry the ball to the end zone. If you can safely keep it just short of the line, you can take out the rest of their team, so you win the next round as well.
Oh.
Well, I think that's the end of the game, more or less. Ooh, cheering fans.
And get an extra team reroll.
Yeah, so you're allowed to reroll your dice if you have a reroll.
This reminds me of a much more complicated version of chess.
Basically. It is that sort of principle, isn't it?
Yeah.
knock out that pesky troll, one way or another.
Are you actually going to go for it?
Yeah, why not?
Do it. Well done.
He's down and out.
How many did it need? 6, 7 people?
Yeah, 5 people I think it was. 4 or 5 people. Okay, it's quite a big strength advantage. But I get +1 for each extra player. There we go, we got our revenge on your evil troll.
Huh.
There we go. It wasn't bad.
End of match. No,
It's
that
quite
was
a good
fun.
game. 3-1.
Sorry, that was so slow on my side.
That's fine. So you should have got some money for your win as well.
What does it say?
At the end of the game, it
Match
says,
rating 14 out of 20.
that's pretty good.
Is it next to spectators? No, wait. Never mind. That's just the number of spectators, presumably. Oh yeah, I got like 50,000.
That's pretty good. Working your
Presumably
way
you
up.
got more for winning.
Only 10,000 more.
Oh yeah.
You don't get much more for winning. Some of your players might have leveled up as well, depending on how they did.